morning. I'm Lynn Wooten. I'm the Vice President of Marketing and Communications at the Community Foundation of Greater Greensboro, and I'm also the staff liaison for our Public Art Endowment. I would like to first welcome Mayor Nancy Vaughn and thank you for taking time to be with us today, and to acknowledge our Public Art Endowment trustees, including our Steering Committee Chair, Francis Bullock. Thank you all for being here. And we very much appreciate the partners who are with us on this exciting project this year, including Arts Greensboro and their 17 Days Festival, the Greensboro Children's Museum, Elsewhere Collaborative, City View Apartments, Cheesecakes by Alex, Bennett College, NCA&T, and of course the Carolina Theater for letting us gather here today, and also for the use of their building with the project next month. Public Art Endowment is an initiative launched by the Community Foundation back in 2008 with a seed gift of $25,000 from Shell, Bray, Aycock, Abel, and Livingston in honor of that firm's 25th anniversary. The mission of the Public Art Endowment is to help preserve and expand Greensboro's sense of community by making possible the long-term and permanent placements of significant public artworks throughout the city. Simply put, we feel that public art is critically important for a dynamic community. This endowed fund at the Community Foundation is supported solely by private donations from local art enthusiasts who serve as trustees of the program. Our trustees guide us on everything we do, including the final selection of artworks, our projects, and educational opportunities that we provide. Public Art Endowment has an initial fundraising goal of $2 million, of which roughly $1.5 million has been raised. Once the $2 million is fully realized, the fund ultimately will pay out about $80,000 a year to go toward permanent public art for Greensboro. In the meantime, as we fundraise, we have been making possible long-term temporary artworks loaned to us by renowned artists from across the country, including Dennis Oppenheim, James Searles, Peter Shire, Evan Lewis, and others. This temporary approach gives our trustees and the public at large a very good sense of what we are striving to do with the endowment on a permanent basis. Last year, the Public Art Endowment announced a grant of $1 million from the Edward M. Armfield Sr. Foundation to buy a monumental aerial sculpture by Janet Eckelman of Boston. This piece will anchor the new LeBauer City Park. With this special gift, the Public Art Endowment will install its first permanent commissioned work of art. And you'll be hearing a lot more about this project in coming weeks. So all of this brings us to our moment today. Our public art trustees this year decided they wanted to do a program that was a bit different than what we've done in the past, to provide as our gift to the community a dynamic, fun public art experience for Greensboro. This will be a series of workshops that allow artists young and old to demonstrate their talents in an exciting, interactive, and cutting-edge way. To tell you more about the project, I'd like to introduce Cheryl Stewart. She is our public art consultant for the endowment.
Good morning. As Lynn said, in the past, the endowment has made possible temporary sculptures for Greensboro. But this year is our gift for the community. The Public Art Endowment is making possible a truly unique art experience, one that is interactive and open to anyone who would like to participate, and we're very excited. The Tagtool crew lives in Vienna, Austria. They make up the Office of Media and Arts International, and they are projection painters, or sometimes called light musicians. With their Tagtool app, which they designed and developed, and a large format projector, they create extraordinary evenings of collaborative visual expression. Our Greensboro project will mark the U.S. debut of Tagtool and its crew. Two brothers, Joseph and Marcus, who you'll meet in a minute, along with Matthias Fritz, will turn areas of Greensboro into live animation light shows for the public. They have worked in Austria, Poland, Spain, Germany, France, Italy, the UK, Switzerland, Singapore, and now Greensboro, North Carolina. These public workshops, or so-called guerrilla sessions, will begin on the evening of September 18th, and this event will serve as an early launch for Arts Greensboro's fantastic 17 Days Festival, which officially starts the following day. The Public Art Endowment is thrilled to be a part of this 17 Days Festival. Our interactive public sessions will take place in various locations downtown, including NCA&T campus, the Carolina Theater, and we're even going to light up the water tower at Bennett College. In addition, with partnering with Arts Greensboro, the Public Art Endowment will be joined with the Greensboro Children's Museum and Elsewhere Collaborative in offering small group Tagtool workshops for local school children and artists. And now we'd like to introduce you to the artists live from Vienna, Austria. It's 4 o'clock there. Please say hello to Joseph and Marcus Dorninger, and I think Matthias is behind the camera. Good morning.
Hello.
Or afternoon.
Hello.
How are you?
We're fine.
Good. Are you excited about coming to Greensboro?
Yeah, we are absolutely excited. It's our first time to send our work in the US, and we can already tell from the preparations that this is shaping up to be a really special series of events that will be followed worldwide.
Wonderful. Tell us how you got started on Tagtool and projection art.
Well, it all started with the Children Theatre project, and we continued our work in other fields like the street art, club visuals, or also in the social work. Now we are about to bring the project to a next level, and we are really excited to show our latest work in Greensboro.
That's great. What will people expect to see when they come down to a public session, an outdoor session?
Well, every Tagtool session is an absolutely unique experience, but there's some things that we can tell you for sure, like we will paint on walls and buildings, and we will allow people to paint as well. And you can be sure that it will be colorful, it will be big, and it will be unlike anything people have seen before.
Ooh, sounds so much fun. And what makes Tagtool unique? It's an app that you all developed on your own?
Right. Yeah. Basically, it all started as a grassroots open source project, and it was always our aim to bring a fresh wave of visual art that is for everybody. So I think this makes Tagtool unique.
Well, I think this is answering what the Public Art Endowment wants to do for this year, is create a splash and include everybody who wants to participate can participate and see the public art that you'll be creating. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll talk to you later. They're so nice. Then I'd like to introduce Tom Fillion, who is the head of Arts Greensboro and is our 17 Days Festival Master.
Good morning. It is a great pleasure for Arts Greensboro and for the festival to be a part of this really cool event. When I first saw the presentation back several months ago, it was one of those things where you go, wow. I mean, I was literally blown away at the opportunities that this kind of event presents in terms of interaction with kids and young adults and professionals and people who just want to come and get their fingers in there and see what they can do and make something happen that's live and something that's so spontaneous and real, because there it will be on the side of a building at night in Greensboro. And it's an international event for us as as we heard earlier, I mean, this is the first time this event will be held in the States. It's a great opportunity for Greensboro, and I think part of a much larger picture where Greensboro is indeed becoming a more national and international place for artists and for others in the community. And again, 17 Days is just delighted to be a part of it. It's one of over 200 events that are happening between September 18th and October 5th, many of them right here in this wonderful room, the Crown Theater. And we're very excited and grateful to the Public Art Endowment and its trustees and all of the good folks at the Community Foundation for their help in making this happen. But we also couldn't do these things without the help of the city of Greensboro. And it's my great honor right now to introduce Mayor Nancy Vaughn.
Good morning. You know, this is the second announcement that I'm aware of that we've had from this room, and they've both been great announcements. The first one was the International Folk Festival, and now to have this wonderful Tagtool. I'd like to really welcome the Public Art Endowment for making this a possibility. It is something that is going to be so exciting for our city. I like to do things in threes. So it's going to be fun, it's going to be free, and it's going to be festive. It's something that everybody is going to be able to enjoy as they travel throughout our city. The international element really is amazing. When you listen to that list of communities that have this Tagtool, to have Greensboro, North Carolina on it is something that is so amazing. We really are changing the face of Greensboro and Guilford County, bringing these different types of public art to our community. You know, when I think of public art, I think of statues and paintings. I'm not very creative, and this is something that is really going to be a lot of fun that people of all age ranges are going to be able to enjoy. And it will also, I think, open people's mind for when the LeBauer Park opens and the Janet Eshelman sculpture comes, which is something also that is very unique to our community. So on behalf of the City Council and the City of Greensboro, I want to thank you for opening our eyes and bringing us these different cultural events that we can really enjoy and that everybody will be able to enjoy it. It is going to be a great collaborative. So I am very excited about coming out to 17 Days and seeing the artwork on the sides of buildings and to see what people envision for our community. So thank you very much. It's another fun day to be mayor in Greensboro. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Vaughn, for coming and spending the morning with us. We appreciate everyone being here and would like to see if you have any questions that you would like to ask me, or maybe we can flick on the boys again. Hey, you're back on. Are there any questions, Dawn? Marcus, did you hear the question? Is the art that goes on the building static or animated? And I think animation is the key. Uh-oh.
First is that you paint, try to work with the architecture, but what really makes it special is when these paintings start to move, and you can even do storytelling.
Yeah, what, you know, part of the Tagtool app is really that, you know, you've been able to paint on computers and iPads, you know, making drawings. But what this does is it sets it aside because you can actually then animate it. And I'll show you a video afterwards of how you paint, then you set that piece in motion, and then you can go to another area and draw it and set that piece in motion, and then all the pieces can work together as a fun animation, live art piece. Any other questions? Yes, Lauren? The app is going to be available for free for the people of Greensboro. And what you will need to do is bring your iPad to the, to the session, and they can plug in this app for your computer and then, or your iPad. And then you would be able to take it back home, mess around with it, perfect it, and hook it up to a projector, you know, any of those simple kind of projectors that are in offices these days that put the emails or the internet up on the screen. You can come up with your own live animation show via using the Tagtool app, which will be available for the public. Yes, the guys are going to be bringing like 6 iPads, I think, to you know, set up on little podiums. But if you want them to plug it into your computer, please bring your iPad with you. And you know, what we're hoping is that, and I think what the guys are hoping is that, you know, the artists that we're inviting to learn about this, that they can then use it in their music shows. Maybe it's not a DJ, but a VJ, you know, where you can set your music and create a live animation video that goes along with it in the back. But this is for, I mean, I think this is a gift that will keep on giving, because kids can play with it, schools can do it, you know, we will be able to use it ongoing, even after these guys are back in Austria. Okay. All right, well, thank you so much. Thanks, guys. We'll see you about in a month, and I'll pick you up at the airport.
Looking forward to see you all.
Bye. Thanks so much.